everybody and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Spooky Sunday video. In today's video we're going to talk about conspiracy theories that I personally believe in. I don't know how long this video is going to be because I only have 3 right now. I do see some conspiracy theories and I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of believe that. But these 3 are ones that I genuinely fully believe. I don't think anybody could change my mind on them and I'm excited. So I'm sorry if this is a bit of a shorter video, but I still wanted to do it for you because I think it's interesting to listen to conspiracy theories that other people believe in and hear their reasoning. So without further ado, let's get on into today's video. So the first conspiracy theory that I believe in is that mermaids are real. And I know people are gonna look at me right now and think I'm crazy, but just listen to my reasoning behind this because I feel like I have some good pointers. And I put my theory onto TikTok. People kind of agreed with me, so I feel like it's important to share it with you as well. So my theory is that mermaids are real, and here is why. So if you know about evolution, and I do know about evolution now, but there was a time where I was really confused about evolution, so I decided to research it. I had like this hyperfixation, I guess, on evolution, the dinosaurs, all that sort of stuff a few months ago. So I went onto YouTube and I watched videos about the dinosaurs and about the meteor and everything. I also watched videos on a time lapse of the future of how long the universe is going to last and things like that. And then I also watched videos on evolution because I was really confused as to how humans came about. Obviously I know we evolved from monkeys, but I didn't know how the monkeys got here. I didn't know how everyone got here. Like, it just confused me. So I decided to watch a video on it, and if I can find this specific YouTube video I will link it down below so you can go and watch it as well. But what it was saying in a roundabout kind of way is that humans evolved through loads of different creatures before we got to monkeys. The earth was created and it was volcanoes and nobody could really live here because it wasn't livable, but we were bacteria in water first. There's going to be people here that are really into evolution and really into science that are just going to tell me to shut up because they can explain it a lot better than I can. But basically we were bacteria in water and then we evolved into a fish or loads of different fishes. But every time there was a challenge of a predator or something, we evolved into a different animal that could defend itself better. So we carried on evolving into different types of fish, I believe. And then we evolved into land animals, but more on the lizard side. After that we carried on evolving into all different animals. When the dinosaurs were around, we were small animals that could go underground, so obviously that's how we survived the meteor. So we were like little animals that lived under, and then the dinosaurs were killed off. Obviously the dinosaurs couldn't eat us as well because we were able to go underground and hide and stuff from them. So when the dinosaurs died off, I believe small land animals that hid underground and birds survived, and then we gradually evolved into different creatures and then into monkeys, and then monkeys kept evolving into humans in a roundabout sort of way. So we learned how to walk, we learned how to climb trees, all that sort of stuff. I'm sorry, this is not the best explanation, but that's what I'm saying. So basically we were underwater animals first, then land animals, then monkeys and humans. My theories on mermaids still being real is, what if mermaids are just fish people that didn't fully evolve? What if some humans evolved into land animals and some just carried on evolving under the water, and that's what a mermaid is? And I know there's loads of videos that people have caught about mermaids and things like that, so people have seen them. But I am going to read some of the comments on my TikTok video that I posted about my theory on mermaids being real because I feel like people had some really good pointers to add to the conversation. The Ginger Peach said, 100% possible. That's why we have 3 different species of monkeys, bears, canine, etc. They all share the same ancestor but evolved differently, whether it was due to land splitting up or different food or them not breeding with certain ones for whatever reason. I feel like that's a very good point. There's obviously still monkeys around that didn't evolve into humans. Why is it so hard to believe that there was fish underwater that didn't fully evolve into humans and they just evolved into mermaids instead? Sophie Euphoria, I believe that mermaids exist. Most of the ocean still hasn't been explored, so imagine how many species we still haven't found. And that's very true. The ocean terrifies me, I'm not gonna lie. But it is true that we haven't explored a lot of it, or most of it. So how can we say that mermaids don't exist or certain creatures don't exist until we find them? I do feel like if we did find them, they wouldn't be what Disney makes us believe, where they're genuinely half human and then just a tail. I believe they'll be a bit more fish-like, obviously to live underwater, and a little bit more scarier, but I don't think it's impossible for them to exist. Someone else called Ellie Wilson said, "You've convinced me." And I said, "Food for thought, isn't it?" And she said, "It's pretty much proof," which I kind of agree. I do feel like I have good pointers is. I don't think my theory comes from stupid thoughts. You know, I'm backing it up with evolution. And if you can debunk that, feel free, the comments are open for your opinion. But that's my theory on mermaids existing. And I don't think enough people talk about the fact that evolution could be linked to mermaids existence, so I'm glad that I've got this theory out there because I find it really interesting. Okay, the next conspiracy theory that I believe in is that Mars used to be Earth. Okay, right, this one, I don't know if I have evidence for this one, but I just think it's very interesting. I think that scientists have proved that Mars could have been a planet kind of like Earth in the past, and then something's happened and now you can't live on it. So what if Mars used to be Earth and then pollution happened and stuff like what is happening here, and they sent Adam and Eve, we'll just call them Adam and Eve, to Earth to repopulate. Maybe they sent more than Adam and Eve, obviously. Maybe they sent loads of people here to repopulate the Earth and keep the human race going. The only thing that kind of stands in the way of that for me is if they did that, they would be more intelligent than what history shows. Because if you have the intelligence to send someone to another planet to repopulate it, then surely you would have the intelligence from the get-go. But obviously history proves that we evolved. So everything, it kind of like merges and it's confusing. But I do think it's a good theory that Mars could have been like Earth and we sent humans to another planet to keep the human race going. Even if they didn't send them to Earth, maybe they sent them to a different planet and we just haven't met them yet. But I just think it's a little bit crazy that Mars apparently used to be like Earth, and that kind of confuses me at the same time, because when I was watching that video that gives you the history of the universe and stuff, and they were saying that the universe is very young still and that we could be the first life forms, that confuses me, because how could nothing have ever lived on Mars if it was like Earth? I heard that where there's water and all other chemicals, then life should be able to grow. But if the universe is very young and we're the first life form, what happened to Mars? Why is Mars not like Earth anymore? And how can we be the only life form to ever exist so far? So it's very confusing. And at the same time, we could just not be being told certain things. We might think that the universe is young and we might think that we're the first life form, but what if other people know more than we do and we're not? I feel like I got some good theories today. I actually think I'm doing quite well with explaining them. You have to let me know if you think I'm doing well or if I'm not doing well. I could not be doing well and just be thinking I am, but I do believe that all of these are true. Not gonna lie. The last theory that I believe in is that the world ended in 2012, and I know people are gonna think I'm crazy, but I do believe that the world ended in 2012, and there is some reasons why. 2012 for me was the last time I felt happy, probably even alive, not gonna lie. I also feel like 2012 to now is so blurry. It went so fast. I know what happened in those years, but from birth to 2012, I felt like life was going slower. I remember it a bit more, but from 2012 to now is just such a big blur to me that I kind of believe that maybe the world ended. And obviously there was that thing where they found an atom or something that could end the world in that same year, and everybody thought that the world was going to end in December of 2012. And I remember it because I was in secondary school and everyone was really scared to go to school that day because they thought that the world was going to end that day. So I mean, it's not impossible, but another reason why I believe it, and this is probably like not the biggest reason, but one of the biggest reasons, is I saw a video where someone was talking about this theory and they were saying about the Statue of Liberty being on Ellis Island and how it's not on Ellis Island and that it's never been on Ellis Island. That confused me so much because obviously I'm British, so I don't really know a lot about American history or anything about American statues, stuff, you know, stuff like that. We don't really learn a lot about America in school, but there was this one day in primary school where we had an American week, and my classroom we learned about the Statue of Liberty, and I remember it being on Ellis Island. And the main reason I remember it being on Ellis Island is because my teacher's last name was Ellis. Obviously we called her Mrs. Ellis, and I just linked those two together, the Statue of Liberty being on Ellis Island with my teacher's last name being Ellis, and I in my young brain was like, haha, that's so funny. And we learnt about it being on Ellis Island, but apparently it is not. Little things like that have changed since 2012 that I have no explanation for, because that is a real memory in my brain. That's not me making something up. That's not me pretending or whatever that it used to be on Ellis Island. I learnt about it and I remember learning about it, and I remember linking my teacher's last name to it. So I genuinely do believe that the world ended in 2012 because life has been different since. But those are the conspiracy theories that I believe in. Comment down below any conspiracies that you believe in and I will reply to them and let you know if I believe in them as well. I love conspiracy theories. I just think that's such an interesting thing to talk about, and everybody always has so many different ones that they believe in and their theories behind them. But also let me know if I've convinced you to believe in any of the conspiracy theories that I also believe in. But yeah, that is the end of today's video. If you liked it, please remember to smash a massive thumbs up. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, I will see you all soon. Peace.